She didn't get far. Asher's long strides closed the gap in seconds. And before she could react, his arm looped around her waist, lifting her off the ground like she weighed nothing. Violet kicked and flailed wildly, yelling, "You jerk! The commander said willing partner! I'm not willing!" But Asher was unfazed by her protests, carrying her back toward the center of the hall. Students watched with a mix of shock, disbelief, jealousy, and awe. Some straight up laughed, while others whispered. As they passed Autumn, Violet reached out desperately, brushing her arm. "Do something!" she pleaded. But Autumn didn't budge. She stood frozen, an icy glare fixed on Violet, as if she'd stolen her lunch money. The intensity of her stare was so sharp, it felt like lasers shooting out of her eyes. Great, just great. Violet resigned herself to her fate, her body still tense but no longer struggling, as Asher unceremoniously dumped her in the middle of the training area. The moment her feet touched the ground, Violet bolted, but Asher had anticipated her move. He grabbed the back of her shirt with infuriating ease, yanking her backward. His smug grin deepened. "Nice try, Violet." He grabbed her shoulder and turned her toward the commander. "Commander, I found my partner," he said, all fake politeness. Violet glared daggers at Asher, her jaw tight as she prepared to protest. The commander faced them, his steely gaze assessing the situation. Violet met his eyes without flinching. If she was going down, she wasn't going down quietly. "You said it had to be a willing partner," Violet challenged, despite his intimidating aura. The commander's expression didn't change. "An unwilling partner is the perfect subject for this scenario. Most victims don't willingly enter such situations. And your veracity," he added, gesturing toward her, "makes this demonstration all the more realistic. Quick thinking, Asher. Excellent choice." Violet's jaw dropped. Was this guy serious? She was the one being dragged into this against her will, and Asher was getting praised? She stared at the commander, completely baffled. "This is outrageous, Commander," she muttered, clenching her fists. The commander ignored her, turning to address the class. "Before I teach you how to handle yourself in a situation like this," he began, his voice booming across the room, "Asher will demonstrate just how helpless you can be when overpowered. At the same time, we'll observe how our victim Violet attempts to escape. Watch closely. Begin." With that, the commander stepped aside, leaving Violet standing in the center of the arena with Asher. Her heart raced, adrenaline and anger surging through her. Asher's smirk returned, predatory and confident. "Ready, Violet?" he drawled, his voice low and taunting. "I'll punch that smile off your face," she spat. "You can try." The crowd watched, tense with anticipation, the room buzzing with whispered bets as the fun was about to begin. Asher's arms locked around Violet like steel bands before she could even blink. His strength was insane, completely immobilizing her. The room went silent as the other students watched her like hawks circling a field mouse. The humiliation of being manhandled like this, right in front of everyone, burned in her chest. For the first time in her life, Violet felt totally helpless, and she absolutely hated it. Asher leaned down, his lips close to her ear, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Is that all you got, Violet? I thought you were tougher than this." His chuckle was infuriating, fueling the fire in her veins as she struggled against his grip. But what really set her off was what he did next. Asher tilted her head up, holding her still as he whispered, "This is why you need me, Violet. I could fight for you, take out anyone who messes with you, and protect you from everything. You wouldn't have to lift a finger." His lips grazed her cheek in a fake-out kiss. And that was the last straw. The room erupted in snickers and whispers, everyone clearly entertained by her predicament. Violet saw red. Nope, not today. She refused to be his plaything a second longer. Adrenaline surged through her, and Violet unleashed every bit of strength and rage she had. She slammed her head back with everything she had, connecting with Asher's nose. Asher stumbled back, blood pouring from his nose, his smirk gone. Pain exploded in Violet's head, a splitting headache blurring her vision, but she wasn't finished. Gritting her teeth, she spun around as Asher reached for her again. This time, she drove her knee into his groin. Ugh! Asher groaned, doubling over as his legs gave way. And that's not all, Violet hissed, her anger eclipsing the pain radiating through her. With a yell, she headbutted him again, this time from the front, sending him sprawling. The entire room went dead silent. Violet's chest heaved as she stood over Asher, who was clutching himself and groaning. Her vision swam and her head throbbed, but she forced herself to stand tall. She turned to face the equally stunned commander. "And that," she said, "is how I get myself out of that situation." The words were barely out before her body crashed. The pain and exhaustion finally caught up to her, and she collapsed, unconscious. The last thing she heard was the sharp intake of breath from the crowd, followed by the commander's booming voice. "Class dismissed! Get her to the infirmary, now!"